aside from empiricism, you would think that one must argue empirically, and I'll show you why it isn't necessary. Because you have to choose to be as ignorant before you are even faced with any empiricism, statistics. You have to make your mind up before you get that anyway, and you already have. It's like frequency. There's some things that are on the same frequency. If it's not anything that I was talking about just prior, if it's not anything that I was doing with my attention just prior to whatever it is that's going on, it's probably the same. It's probably on the same frequency. You know how the transhumanists kind of just rotate into? They never concede that they're wrong or defeat. They just switch up their strategy, and they have like a rotating wheel of strategies. Like their memory is flawed, and they'll fall back on old strategies from before in the past that rhymes. Like we can't notice, or we all know you're not supposed to say anything. You know what I mean? But at the same time, those people that tell you not to say anything, or later on they come along and tell you what you need to do for self-respect. That which is running their body into the ground, that which we've already done and been tested and showed up and made the decision that to make visible what work really is, that you had to sometimes give up something or sacrifice something. I'm not going to go into it. The whole point is to say that somebody like that cannot tell me that you got to be this for me to look up to you if I'm already that. That's why I'm bringing this up, not because I want credit. With somebody saying that, somebody who's a drunk, who's dishonest, cannot tell somebody that you need a job in order for me to look up to you. And then they have all these arguments, right? Why people need a job and why it makes sense and all they're saying and all they really mean and what they really mean and like, you must be 2 years old or born yesterday if you didn't know. Money pays bills, rent, and this and that. Yeah, but you don't have to fucking live in an apartment and pay rent. You don't have to pay for food. You don't have to steal to get food. You can grow food. You can there's other ways you can earn it. You can contribute something that somebody finds valuable, and you can pay your own way. I'm tolerating somebody for the agreeing to work with them under a certain I have an itinerary you're going to accomplish. You're going to do this, and that. You're going to be tested. This is going to be considered showing up. This is going to be considered good. I already done those things. Now I'm still working, but if you can't tell me that you can't see what I'm doing to contribute, then you only accept one type of work. You do not accept the work that my father did, which was sell real estate, because he didn't punch a clock and get paid every day a little bit of money. He got every couple of months, he would close the escrow or something, we would get like a few $1,000s. You never knew. It's not sure. It's not certain. Like if you just flip burgers and fucking punch a clock, and then we know it's coming because there's more people order burgers in line. There's more people want to fucking move in a house. There's more people that want to do this, that, and that. There's so many things that people need to do that they need to keep doing. She killed my father with a broken heart. because she's a emotionally bankrupt vor. Not where I said vor, VORE, meaning that she's a soul crushing wench that likes Nyarlathotep just to watch the world burn and see people suffer. She won't kill you. She just likes to see people suffer. And it's a trip because people love her. Like, you know what I mean? At least I did. I was a mama's boy. You know what I mean? But everything that she's called me, she is. She went and she found an enemy. She went and she co-signed and bought this shiftless, cokehead, fucking gambling, misogynistic loser to fucking co-sign on him a house, which is okay, you know, but then don't fucking call everybody else misogynist. He's the one that says the word cunt. He's the one that calls people cunt. You know what I mean? And then, like, you got to think about it. We're dealing with this when we're still kids. So I get flustered and I get mad, and then I said, like, fucking something come out of my mouth that don't make no fucking sense whatsoever. It just chiseled into my fucking heart by this fucking low life ass. But I mean, that's old. And if I want to meet anger with silence, which is the best way to, I can't be constantly talking about them or thinking about them. But what was I starting this video about? Because, you know, try to act like I need to do something to make them look at me different. When you're a sociopath, pedophile adjacent, drunk, you know what I mean? You're married to a pedophile because the only thing you ever talk about or bring up is fucking dick he gave fucking, and fucking people fucking supposedly doing things. He gave my sister a rose, and the rose petals came out, and it was a fucking pair of black panties with a pearl in fucking side of it. And then he's gonna tell me when I got mad when I was fucking in high school, getting up at 6 a.m, I had to leave the house before he even fucking move around. You know what I mean? I had to be out the house before he even starts fucking waking up because it's so toxic. And then I pissed on his car. There was, you know what I mean? It's cold. I looked up and down the street because it was cold because I didn't want nobody to see, you know, me piss on his car in the cold because you know why, right? You know what I mean? And then fucking, I seen all the blinds of every house. It was all closed. So I fucking jumped up on top of that car. You know what I mean? I was like pissing on the window, and the trunk caved in. You know what I mean? So he's mad that I caved in the auto body part of his car. Then so he's gonna say, my daughter, you pulled your dick out to my daughter, and she's in the crib in the house. She's a baby. He's been saying this, and I know he has no agency and everything like that. I know that people think I shouldn't be mad because he doesn't have any agency. But you're not finna tell me I'm not a success as a person who didn't show up, who didn't already contribute, who didn't already make a difference with the job that you're supposed to go out and find. Then what the fuck is the purpose for a job then? If the fucking you're telling me that you need to look up to me? They're gonna make me sick. They're gonna make me physically sick. They're trying. They're with that whole Munchausen. So that's why I started this video talking about it's a frequency. The mask shit is on the same frequency with the tranny shit. Is on the same frequency with the indoctrinating children shit. It's on the same frequency with the fucking the Ukraine war. Ask me to explain with empiricism and make logical sense out of that. I don't have to. Everybody knows that there were influence peddling and some fucking brokering, that they were influence peddling and trying to bog down Putin in Ukraine, and they're willing to fight to the last Ukrainian. How convenient that we have Ukrainians willing to fight to the last man, so we could test out fucking advanced, our new advanced military. That's a better opportunity for a military to test new weapons, because in the process of testing new weapons, you could fuck up, you could get annihilated. You have to make certain mistakes. You have to know how to deploy and all this shit, and we get to learn that, and then we get to bog down Putin. You know what I mean? It's a good fucking deal. And destabilizing these countries, and later we can run rat lines through them in brownstone, honeypot, fucking. There'll be another, you still, the who did Ghislaine traffic children to? It's the same frequency. The Stockton serial killer with the mask on, emboldened by the fucking mask to walk up to people and fucking just blow them away. Fucking, you got a new serial killer? You know what I mean? You got this, a psychopathy that thrives behind the anonymity that you use to tell naturally disarming, aloof spirits to fucking cover up their expression. And don't be surprised that people are getting walked up on with an excuse that fucking, because they have the element of surprise to go kill somebody. It's not the same frequency. It doesn't tie together with sublimation and fucking Walt Disney telling, all these messages and innuendos and sublimations about subconscious, like before your eye can even see it, there's like a dick in the clouds. You think that shit's not all the same frequency?